Absorb some local color through the magic of AM radio.
Harkens me back to my youthful, careful days on the playgrounds of Forest Park School and my gifted days.
And you're gifted, all right. What were you gifted at?
Well, I guess I had some issues.
Detention?
There. Yeah. When my dad told me I wouldn't plan on going to Harvard anytime real soon.
You're going to have to get in touch with me. We're gonna link all the volunteers via satellite cell phone so that we can put out the message immediately, because you remember the problem we had in January. We had to have Governor Walker come in with the National Guard. It was horrible.
Steve, listen to me. Bring your own microphone because you lost this one.
Okay, Captain Ron, you've been doing this so well for the last few weeks. So go ahead and make my day.
Oh, great one with the magic pen.
Oh, boy, he wants that microphone forever, doesn't he? Now, you got to visualize this. We put a statue of Pete on this. Put him on wearing like a hard hat and flannel shirt, tool belt, snow shovel.
You mean like from the Village People?
Yeah, yeah. A couple.
Now, wait a minute here.
Good morning, Kenosha. This is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the all-new Kenosha Today Weekly Report, coming to you live from Studio A here at WIP AM 1050 on your radio dial, streaming across the frozen and very windy cornfields of the Midwest on this very loving Valentine's Day, reaching out to over 50,000 homes here in the Tri-County area. Being brought to you this morning by the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, Casey Family Options, and a host of other very fine local businesses.
Who has more fun?
And joining us here in our Kenosha State Trolley Barn, everybody's favorite Valentine, Kenosha's own little Cupid, the big dog, little Stevie Casey is here.
Good morning, Kenosha. I'm back. I'm feeling stronger than ever, and I'm ready to go.
Also joining us this morning, our video coordinator, Channel 14's Volunteer of the Year, Captain Ronnie Muttersbeck, joins us here at Camp Happy Face.
Good morning, Captain Ron.
Morning, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day, sweetheart.
And sweetheart.
Everybody's loving me today.
Wow.
And engineering the Kenosha State train wreck, shooting Cupid's arrow at what or whom we do not know. Pistol Pete Surgeon is here, very alert and in full command.
Radio. God, that's going to break down a lot of walls.
You're not supposed to say God on the radio.
Why the hell not?
You're not supposed to say hell either.
This is going to be a
we're off
barren
and running
source of
today.
amusement.
You know,
Who has more fun?
on the show before us, Pete, those guys were...
Jerry and Nick.
Jerry and Nick, yeah. And they were in here with the lights off, candles
With
going.
a candle lit.
And I'm thinking, these
What the
boys,
hell's going on?
These guys have been out in the woods too long by themselves.
They've been hanging out in the tree stand too long.
by themselves. Lonely guy, a lonely hunter.
I walked in here, I thought, we forget to pay the electricity bill, and there were two sweethearts in here. Candles lit. I thought they were going to kiss on the lips, for heaven's sakes.
Well, there's that. Yeah.
Where's that? Yeah. It brings a whole new meaning to the world hunting, you know.
Yeah, they're hunting.
So to speak, yeah.
Yeah, and so for those who haven't heard, we are now here each and every Saturday morning from 10 to noon.
You know, and that scares me a little bit, 10 to noon.
Well, how do you think the people listening to this?
Well, I don't know. I got nothing to say for 2 hours.
Obviously.
It was 60 minutes was good. 2 hours now they're going to have to listen to Casey and Barter?
No, it's, what do you mean Casey and Barter? What about Barter and Casey?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Line in the sand.
Right out of the blocks.
However, we are expanding our horizons, and now that Brian Williams is apparently headed for early retirement.
Well, he'll be our guest next week, Brian Williams.
Being the watchdogs of the community and considered by many to have taken journalism to an all-time high.
You know, maybe Brian Williams should have had a disclaimer before every NBC newscast, just like we have now.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
Also, we are the leaders of the
Pete.
Main Street media and watchdogs of the community.
We are watchdogs of the community.
Backed by popular demand and the public outcry. Little Stevie's promo of the week, which is always filled with love and warmth, Pete.
Yes, sir. Sure is.
We have something there.
Yeah, we do. Which one were we supposed to have for it, Scott?
Now you know why I don't attend the production meetings.
Focus.
Now you know why I don't come to the production meetings.
Yeah, you really
remember
should
now,
have.
Pete?
I thought he was going to start, and then we were going to do it. But we could do it if you want to.
Well, if you don't remember it, then we'll have you do it.
I remember now.
Well, what do you want me to start?
Well, all right.
Okay, here, this way. You want this?
One big damn conspiracy.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
The whole show is.
I thought you had your promo.
Oh, you mean my?
We're building up
Are you
the
talking
act
about
here.
my?
So we're building
We've got a brand new sponsor.
Okay.
We've got a brand new sponsor. I'm kind of excited about it. Of course, if you've been following news articles in the Kenosha News and about the Ethics Committee and about Bagdala filing a complaint against the ethics committee based on your complaint against him, and it's one thing after another. Brand new business is formed.
Okay.
Brand new business here in Kenosha. It's called Excuses Are Us. Because, of course, at issue is the fact that a couple of aldermen don't attend many committee meetings and they're unexcused. Well, a brand new company designed to create the perfect excuse for anybody needing to get out of anything. Are you an elected official not wanting to attend meetings? We will contact the mayor and or your committee chairman to provide the perfect excuse. Avoid unwanted ethics complaints and embarrassing Kenosha news articles by contacting Excuses Are Us. Why risk your reelection by having a poor attendance record? Excuses Are Us can help. We will even create excuses for do-nothing aldermen. Been in office for a while and have accomplished nothing, primarily Dave Bogdal and Steve Bostrom, although I'm not going to mention any names. We can help. We will make you look good in the eyes of the public, as hard as that may be. Call Excuses Are Us. They make idiots look good.
Brian Williams, eat your heart out.
Damn conspiracy!
Oh, we're going to talk about that.
Brand new sponsor, Excuses Are Us. You know what?
That was worth the wait.
That was worth the wait. That was worth the wait.
I like how everything moves very smoothly.
Well, things are moving just fine with me, but
coming up, yeah.
We'll talk about that
You
later.
lost all the way.
We'll talk about diverticulitis.
Yeah, make sure the candles are out when he's here.
I think Dr. Gendali put in a brand new colon. Things are moving just fine with me.
Coming up after
In fact,
11.
I may have to in a couple of minutes take a leave of absence.
So,
Give us a call. It's 262-694-1050. When you said you had bringing nothing to the table, you weren't kidding.
Oh,
right?
God.
All right,
bringing
let's take
something, apparently.
Let's take a call. Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Oh, my favorite Valentine.
Oh, I love you, too.
How are you, Shirley? You weren't feeling so well last week.
Well, let's not talk about it. I hope I'm getting a little bit better.
Well,
my
Shirley,
goodness.
Yeah.
we're going to play our little game for you. We have
please.
one of the greatest.
Be nice on Valentine's Day.
Well, if you'd stay out of the Muscatel or the Muscata at 8 o'clock in the morning, you'd be razor sharp here.
Shirley?
Yes.
We love you truly.
All right, kill the band.
Truly, dear.
Okay, all right.
All right, sorry.
Now, here's the deal, Shirley. We're going to play one of the greatest love songs ever, and if you win, we're going to buy you a box of Valentine chocolates, and to show you how well we mean this, it has a expiration date of February 14, 2008. I got a good deal on it. So,
I'm safe.
okay, now you paid attention?
I am.
Put the wine off to the side,
I'm trying
and
to.
if you get this right, we owe you a box of chocolates. Go ahead, Pete.
I've got you, babe.
Yes, that's it.
Steve, you want to start eating the chocolates?
Congratulations, Shirley.
Should we start eating the chocolates now, Stevie, ourselves? I got you, babe.
Now, Shirley, I got
My
a
favorite
question
song.
for you.
I love Sonny and Cher.
Okay, Sonny and Cher.
I got you, babe.
That was not it.
I know it.
Shirley, what do you do? How are you celebrating Valentine's Day?
Well, I got up early this morning and made homemade donuts.
Homemade donuts.
Yep, I did.
Oh my gosh.
Where's ours? Probably didn't. The delivery boy didn't make them over here, did he?
Yeah, come and get them.
Oh my gosh, I would love to come over and have some homemade donuts. You know, Shirley, now I got to
You're
tell you,
welcome.
I'm kind of proud of this. I'm making this a community affair. I've almost dropped 30 pounds.
Good for you.
You know, since I was I'm still losing weight, which is a good thing.
Uh-huh.
You know, but no donuts. No donuts.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm proud of you.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see how long I can keep it on. You know where I'm going for dinner tonight? Now,
Gerhardt's.
Scott's giving me the evil eye like I'm talking too much again already. So
Gerhardt's?
we're going to Gerhardt's. That's
Oh.
right.
First fight.
Got a reservation at 7:30 tonight. But you know what? I can't. I'm still not back to my top eating form. I don't even know what I'm going to order. I don't think I can
Wow.
order a big steak.
You have to contact
Yeah,
Shirley
I'll probably
for that?
have to. I'll probably have to order fish, Ron.
Is
You're
this a
right.
discussion that we need to do now?
Well, no, but I get to talk about whatever I want. That's in
Okay.
my contract.
Well, Shirley,
They
I
said
guess you got to
shrimp
go,
are good. I
huh?
love shrimp.
Oh, shrimp. Yeah, but you know what? I'm not supposed to have anything greasy, so I can't have the
Oh.
breaded shrimp.
Well, there's that. There's the message, Shirley. We
I
got
could
to
have
get
a
going.
shrimp cocktail, though. I could have a shrimp cocktail.
All right,
Yeah,
Shirley. Well,
I'm so glad you're better.
Well,
Okay.
I
I'm better
hope you're
too. Thank you
feeling
very
better
much.
too, Shirley.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
don't pick on my chair and Nick. They are sweethearts.
Oh, yeah, they are.
oh, yeah,
They are.
we can see that.
Yeah, we can see that.
That
Yeah.
was evident when we came in here today.
As they were walking to the parking lot hand in hand.
Yeah, they're sweethearts. Oh, God.
I
Thanks,
didn't
Shirley.
mean it that way.
Oh, we.
Okay, Shirley, you have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Thank
All
you,
right.
guys. Love you.
One of the big issues this week is they had the Kenosha's cutest couple, and
Right.
we were on Facebook. Our picture was.
I understand that. I nominated Dave Bogdal and Steve Bostrom for cutest couple.
Well, they didn't even place.
No, they didn't
And
place.
they had the top, 6 winners, but we did not win. I don't think our message resonated with the younger voters.
You've got the pictures of those who were not nominated?
Well, yeah, these were the
Oh,
finals.
really?
The
I'll
finals.
have to look at the finals,
And
yeah.
the finals were in today, and we didn't make it. And
A nice young couple today was awarded cutest couple.
Yeah.
It was like, I forget the name, but they've been dating since high school, and they're inseparable. And
oh, jeez.
oh yeah, oh Jesus, right? Dating since high school.
You know, I've been kicked to the curb so many times. My garbage man knows me on a first name basis.
Are you alone today on Valentine's Day?
I got you. I got all my friends here.
You got all your friends.
I think
Listen, we're not friends. This is a convenience arrangement.
I look at you as a co-host.
That's an arrangement out of convenience, is all it is.
I think what we could do, little Stevie, is we could spend $29,000 for a study, have a recall referendum for this, and get us back on the ballot.
We could recall the cutest couple. That's right.
That's right.
We could.
So we got that.
I do have
Let me see
something to
that.
soothe your hurt feelings here, Scott.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go
Are you
ahead.
ready for this? This is because you did make cutest couple. And this is all I can tell you.
Oh, boy. Stevie, from me to you. Ronnie, you're out.
Oh, isn't that nice? See, you feel better.
There
now.
are some cute couples on this.
Yeah, but
14
not-
couples, yeah.
Yeah, but 7 couples, that would be.
Well, and this is the one that won. Dan Dyke and Grace Harmeyer. I think that's who won, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, good luck, and we wish them well. And
Yeah,
if you need
good
advice,
luck.
if you need advice, come see
Yeah,
us. And
because you are the
expert.
You are the expert in relationship building.
Hey, the other night, Pete and Dan were talking about Valentine's Day, and I called them and gave them some pointers. Didn't I, Pete?
Basically, you said stay home and put your head under the pillow and wait till morning.
Well-
Listen, I'll never forget the probably one and only time you and I went out socially for dinner. You called up on a Monday night and said, "Would you and Jennifer like to join me and so for dinner at the yacht club?" We met you at for dinner at the yacht club on Saturday night, but you weren't with so and so. You were someone new already.
Hey, I told you I have issues.
Oh, you've got issues. You've got issues.
More good news, boys and girls. Tomorrow at noon. I'm trying to blend this out.
Yeah.
See how I dig my way out of this?
Yeah,
I learned this
exactly.
from Brian Williams.
That's right. That's right.
Tomorrow at noon, each and every Sunday, you can tune in here at WIP AM 1050, listen to the replay of the show, and then you can watch the replay of this finely tuned, professionally produced on Time Warner's cables, Channel 14, Tuesdays at 5 p.m., Wednesdays at 6 p.m., and Sundays also.
Now,
at
is there a
6 p.m.
disclaimer prior to the television show airing?
Oh, yeah. We put that disclaimer in there.
Disclaimer?
They make us. Ron, don't we?
That we don't intentionally mean to offend anybody. It just kind of happens.
Yeah, well, we were supposed to.
Any resemblance of anyone living or dead is a dirty shame.
That's right.
That's what the disclaimer
Let's
says.
take a call. We've been doing it for 16 years. Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Hey,
Yeah.
I got the perfect song for Scott.
Be careful.
Pete knows what it is.
How would he know? Pete, you
I
know?
mentioned it from the other night on Lip Off.
Oh, you did, George, but what was it?
Love Stinks by the J. Giles Band.
Oh, yeah, Love Stinks.
Love stinks.
I think you have. We don't want to play that.
Well, I could look it up and
Yeah,
play it
we'll
for you.
have to get back.
Especially since you guys didn't
It
win
shouldn't take
cutest
you long.
couple.
It shouldn't take you long to look it up, Pete, because you just found it there and then when I called you.
Well, I think Dan was on that day, and
Yes.
he's got magical fingers.
And since this is my show, or our show, we ain't going.
Whose show is it? Whose show is it?
I said ours.
Listen, I'm not taking credit for this. It's
Hey,
your
I'm
show. I'm just a guest.
Day of my life.
All right, George. Hey, well, have a happy Valentine's
Hey, happy
Day.
Valentine's Day, George.
I'm working on it.
All righty.
Thank you, George.
I better
Now,
read
you
it.
know what?
Yeah.
You made the paper again today.
Yeah, let's
You know,
talk
we
about
talked
that.
about the whole ethics thing. What a joke.
I
These
don't-
guys, it's an embarrassment.
I really don't
It
get this.
really is an embarrassment.
You know, the Ethics Board was created on February 6, 2012, and the board was finally organized probably later that summer, and they've been operating for 2 years under the same thing. Now, all of a sudden,
well, sure, because they got in their line of sight. They got Bagdala. Somebody filed a complaint, primarily you, and thank you for not putting my name on that complaint because I have no interest in pursuing that.
Oh, yeah, right. You'll wait here till Saturday morning. So.
Yeah. And then of course Bagdala, in typical fashion, this is this is how they operate. This is if you oppose any of some key aldermen, they come after you with full barrels. You saw it with the Glugate thing. You saw it with everything else. Everything that they do, is if you're not with them, you're against them, and they come after you.
Well, here's his quote that he claimed evidentiary hearings were often scheduled at the same time.
Alderman Bagdala.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Same time and date, regularly scheduled license and permit meetings, from which I'm a member. We ain't been going to those. So what's the conflict there?
It's an embarrassment. You would think at some point the people of some of these districts would stand up and say, really, what the hell's he doing for me besides, filing complaints and doing this and doing that? What's he delivering to the people of his district?
Well,
and that answer is zilch, nothing.
Back on December 18th, when this was first reported by the Kenosha News, his excuse for not going to the license and permit committee was his wife's new job as required him to be at home more with the family. Now, this is a different excuse, so maybe he should tap into our new sponsor.
Excuses are us. Yeah, they'll come up with a pretty creative excuse, and we'll even make him look good, which is going to be hard to do.
Big damn conspiracy!
Everybody's against him.
What you can do is, if you need a new excuse, you just look out the window, see which way the wind's blowing.
Yeah. It's certainly time to put the adults back in charge down there, and the electorate did a nice job of throwing out some of these guys, but the job's not done. They got another year, and next year hopefully we'll throw out the rest.
Yep. Okay. Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
Hey, this is Steve Casey show.
Never heard of him.
No, he's still in the hospital.
Yeah. Hey, Dan Madrigrano calling. How are you, Steven?
Oh,
hey, how are you, my friend?
Hey, I went through the same thing. 40 pounds came off fast, but you know what, buddy?
You put it
It'll
back.
come on.
Yeah.
Too. Trust me.
What did you have?
Recovered.
Did you have part of the colon removed?
2 feet.
Oh my gosh.
So what's the key, Joe? What's the key to putting it back on?
No, just go back to what you were doing before. Just eat
and drink.
It'll come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to stay. How long ago did you have that done?
It was 1 year ago in January.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I had 3 separate surgeries.
I didn't hear that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah,
Take care of yourself, and remember, seeds and nuts is a myth.
Yeah.
No,
that's what they had said. Well, although if they remove the infected part of the colon, you don't have to watch that anymore, right?
No. So what he said to me was, remember, you're young enough. This will happen again.
Really?
I said, oh, well, all right.
No kidding.
You said young enough, but that was only a year ago, and we know how old you are.
Now I'm old.
Oh, what am I missing? Oh, now you're old. Okay.
Hey, any predictions in the mayoral election?
Yes.
Mayoral election.
I predict my hope is that somebody from the private sector will emerge.
Someone from the past?
From the private sector, not from the past. I think it's important. I haven't evaluated all the candidates, but I think it's important that we not step backwards, that we continue to move forward. And I'd like to see a viable candidate from the private sector who runs a successful business. I'd like to see them come forward and run City Hall like a business. That's what we need.
Oh, does Steve Casey come to mind?
Forward with Casey.
Forward with Casey.
I would vote.
Hey,
well, I gotta tell you, I have no interest at this point, but
Joe,
things could change.
Do you think someone will emerge from that common sense group to run? And do you think that was part of a ploy to go against the streetcar and to some of that?
Well, I can only hope that Stephen's right about who will run and who will win. Because the downtown fiasco and the direction the city's going is just the wrong direction right now.
Well, and
I think we're already going back. We're already sliding backwards on the ice. Hopefully spring's on its way.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't think and of course some of the names that are being bantered about already for a run for mayor is of course former mayor John Bellatti's considered it. John Anaramian has considered it. There's a handful of aldermen. But, I got to tell you, the more I think about the whole situation with Bosman not running, it would certainly be an interesting race to have somebody emerge from the private sector.
How about you, Joe?
Like a funeral director.
Or a lawyer?
No, that would be my brother's a lawyer.
This is not Joe. This is
okay.
This is Gene.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's Dan.
Dan, I'm sorry. Well, there's so many dark.
Hey,
I
Dan,
gotta tell you.
I know who you were.
There's-
Just for the
Get your
record.
Madragranos straight.
Well, there's so many Madragranos. They're interchangeable, aren't they?
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
All right,
Take
thanks.
care of yourself.
Hey,
because,
everything-
I know what you went through.
Yeah, everything good with you otherwise?
Everything's great.
Good. Say hello to the family.
I will.
All right,
Buddy.
thank you.
We got to read a couple sponsors here. Big
With a bass fiddle. Now, let me tell you how. You got a bass fiddle in your hand, right? Now, you got a bass fiddle in your
Is
hand.
this the visualization
and,
part?
and you've got the neck of it, and you bring it up over your head. What are you going to hit? You're going to hit your ass. So if you pick up a bass fiddle and swing it up over your head, and you can't find your ass with a bass fiddle, you're pretty lame.
Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about
Anthony
that
Kennedy,
bass,
we've been thinking about you.
no trouble. I'm all about that bass.
For
I'm
those that
telling you,
just
there's a couple of aldermen down there who couldn't find their ass with a bass
For
fiddle.
those that just tuned in, and we have this disclaimer that we play for
Well, we
reasons
better
just
play
like
it again.
Hang on.
Kind of excited, haven't been there for a while.
So they're probably really waiting for you.
Well, I got to tell you, I usually order the big strip steak with gorgonzola cheese and
Is that
mushrooms
the one
on
with the
top.
towel
Oh,
with
yeah.
the thing wagging? The
Well,
tail
that's
wagging on it?
it's got to be rare or medium rare. But, I haven't had beef since I've been out of the hospital. I haven't had a hamburger, nothing. I'm mostly eating turkey and chicken and that. So I'm not sure what I'm going to order
Yeah, but
tonight. I don't even know what else is on the menu. I just
hasn't
walk
this-
in and I say, and Molly, who is our favorite waitress, she comes up and says, Steve, the usual, and the usual is a strip steak, medium rare, salad with Thousand Island dressing, baked French onion soup, and a baked potato. That's what I have. Almost 9 out of 10 times.
Boy, this takes about a couple hours for you then, huh?
Well,
Are
it's
you going to be out by Sunday morning?
the baked French onion soup. The baked French onion soup at House of Gerhard's is probably the best I've ever had.
So let me ask you this. After this lecture the doctor gave you about your eating habits,
I
after
know.
3 weeks at Camp Happy Face out
Yeah.
there, at Club Med, what have you learned from this?
Well, I've learned that I've got to watch what I eat.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
every
So,
mouthful,
but I'm thinking I don't
Watching
know
it
if I'm
go
going to
in,
have
is he, huh?
fish or what. But I may try to order a steak and then bring the rest home. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. But this is something that I've given a lot of thought to.
I can see. Moderation, yeah. Is that in your vocabulary?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have surf and turf on the grill tonight. I've got 2 8-ounce lobster tails and 2 6-ounce fillets.
6-ounce fillets.
Well,
What,
it's a difference of 100
I was
pounds
going to
between
say
us.
that's a morsel. You're going to have steak morsels and lobster tail. 6-ounce fillet.
This is why I am in the health condition
Listen,
that I'm at.
I got to tell you, when I cut the steak at the bites that I put on my mouth are 6 ounces for heaven's sakes.
Yeah.
6-ounce fillet. Boy, you're really shooting the wad tonight for your honey, huh? 6-ounce fillet,
Well,
honey.
you notice I said I have 2 of that and 2 of the steaks. Now,
Are you by yourself tonight?
I'm going to go all out.
Honey, I got steak and lobster. Nice lobster tail and a 6-ounce fillet. Oh, can we eat it with a toothpick?
Also,
Catherine's Hospital was Bob Lee's daughter, not going to mention her name, and she has absolutely found the right profession for herself. One of the most caring, qualified individuals up there at St. Catherine's. So I'd like to send out a big shout out to Bob Lee's daughter for just providing outstanding care.
well, I got to tell you, you keep up this lifestyle and you'll be back there and she'll be back 10
Oh,
and
hell,
10 and 10.
I got to tell you, next time I go to the hospital, I'm coming out foot first. I don't ever want to go back to the hospital, So
All right.
you better be
Pretty serious
careful
one.
not to. You better chew your 6-ounce fillet tonight, otherwise you'll end up in the. Do you have to chew a 6-ounce fillet, or can you just swallow it? It's just like a bite, anyways. You don't have to chew; just swallow it. Boy, he's a
You
big
mush
spender.
it into a big
He's a
paste,
big
yeah.
spender. A 6-ounce fillet. Woo!
You know what we call those around my place?
Yeah,
A good start.
exactly.
Look at the time. We got to take a break. We'll be back. Good morning, Kenosha. If you just tuned in, this is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the Kenosha
Are we back?
Weekly Report, coming to you live from Studio A here at WIP AM 1050 on your dial. Brought to you by the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, Casey Family Options, and a host of many other very fine local businesses. Rejoining us this morning, coming off the SL sick list, the big dog, little Stevie Casey, is back, spreading the love here on this heart-throbbing Valentine's weekend.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Boom, 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 boom. Also, our video coordinator, Channel 14's Volunteer of the Year, Captain Ronnie Muttersbuck, is here this morning at Camp Happy Face, spreading whatever it is he's spreading.
What is he spreading?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
And engineering the Kenosha State train wreck, 6-time WIMP Employee of the Month, Pistol Pete Surgeon is here, and who appears to be alert and in full control. For those who missed it, the Kenosha Today show has been extended 1 hour and is now airing from 10 a.m. until noon every Saturday morning.
Boy, we're gonna struggle this week.
I don't think so. We got much more to talk about.
I want to talk about the casino a little bit.
Yeah,
too.
okay. But by the way, as I mentioned earlier, now that Brian Williams is headed for an early retirement.
No, he's not. He's gonna be a newscaster here at WLIP.
He is?
We got Pete.
He's going to be my
fill in for me when I'm not around.
I see. It's going to be my intern, right? Is that
Yeah.
what, no?
Actually, now that he's gone,
I was with him on that helicopter that took fire.
We are, you and I are considered by many to be the heir to serious journalism.
Pain in the asses.
Being
can we say ass?
Hailed as the watchdogs of the mainstream
times.
media, both and throughout the world.
Yeah, we are what? We are known as what? I didn't mean to walk over your talking.
We are being hailed as the watchdogs of the mainstream media, both here in Kenosha and throughout the world. Also, show is being recorded. Now, pay attention now, big boy.
I'm recording it.
This is being recorded for training purposes or an event you want to take it down to Kenosha News Reporter and whatever.
Oh, you know what? We didn't tell everybody to push record.
Well, they missed maybe the best.
Well, we've been insulting people left and right. I'm sorry.
Well,
let's pause for a pause. Everybody
at
got
11 o'clock, we can pause.
11 o'clock,
put the
okay.
new thing in, so.
Flip the tape over at 11 o'clock. I'll give you some juicy stuff in the second hour to record, and maybe you can.
You can
file
also hear the
complaints against us.
replay of this radio show tomorrow, Sundays at noon, right here in WAP, AM 1050.
Gosh, you know, they must like us.
And thanks to my good friend sponsor, Steve Snyder, you can find us 24/7 on YouTube. Can you imagine that? 24/7. Anybody can go on YouTube. And
what the hell is YouTube?
Oh, God.
It's where tapes of this program are.
Is that
if not in the Kenosha
Is that
News,
anything
they're
like
there.
Twitter back? What is it? Twitter?
I think you were going for Twitter book there, maybe.
I don't know what the hell I was going.
But
for.
Twitter and Facebook are
a couple of
things.
topics that were in the paper today or this week. The other day, HUD tells the state it wants its money back. This was $8 million when Abbott came to town some years ago, in 2006, and they gave the state of Wisconsin gave the village of Pleasant Prairie and the CABA Kenosha Area Business Alliance something like $12 million in federal funds. Now the feds
never used it though, right?
Well, no. You know, that was one of the most bizarre things. They cut this deal. Abbott.
Who's got the money?
We got it, and Pleasant Prairie.
Pleasant Prairie, not the city.
No, Pleasant Prairie's got it. But the governor was here, and they had this big press conference, and they were announcing. But the only people who weren't at the press conference was Abbott. They were having trouble with Illinois in their corporate rates, and they hedged both ends against the middle. So he says, if you don't help us out in Illinois, we're going to come up here and get this land in Pleasant Prairie.
Well, it turned out that Illinois helped them then.
Well, yeah, that's they stated. But now on their that was property was zoned farming land, agricultural, and then they had it rezoned commercial. So in their books, you know, they doubled their money having an asset prime real estate right out here by 165. And so, you know, being the watchdogs of the community, and we helped all those good people out in 17th District with the snow plowing.
In Whitecaps, yes.
Whitecaps. So we don't want to let these, some people like that read this said, well, those hodunks out in Pleasant Prairie, you know, how did you get
But I got a
12
question.
minutes?
What the hell's a hodunk?
Well, I don't know.
just roll with it here.
I mean,
we're getting to something eventually.
We're moving.
Is that a technical term, hodunk?
It's a radio term.
It's a radio term. That's why I'm not aware of it.
That's why we don't play trivia.
Not a true professional.
So, being the watchdogs that we are going to lend Pleasant Prairie our Kenosha Today negotiator and send this guy to Washington and see if we can cut the 12 million. Our negotiator, right here.
I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you fire.
These guys in Washington must think we're playing with a bunch of hodunks here.
Again, you know what? Can somebody at home Google search hodunk and call in with a definition? Google search hodunk.
Yeah.
What the hell's a hodunk?
Well, there was a guy that calls from Illinois.
Mike from Hodunk.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure where
it.
you stole it from.
So hodunk is a place, not a.
He calls it Hodunk, Illinois, wherever he's from. Was it Mike is his name?
Yes.
Yeah, he calls me. I didn't make this stuff up. I'm not Brian Williams. I took this guy's, those people out in Pleasant Prairie. And now you want to talk about Hodunk South?
I have a definition of Hodunk
Okay, go ahead.
from Urban Dictionary. A town with little to no value. Very likely a stop in the Hodunk town will bring weird occurrences along with a banjo song from Deliverance.
Well, now that we're talking about Summers. Now we're talking about Summers.
Yeah. No.
We have Hodunk South and Hodunk North. How about this? These guys in Summers.
Town in Michigan.
Is it really Hodunk, Michigan?
Hodunk, Michigan?
Yeah. It's 14 degrees right now.
All right. Well,
Captain
there
Ryan.
you go.
Well, there you go.
Speaking of Hodunk, Summers is starting this $2.5 million sewer project without a clue on how they're going to pay for it.
Well, they haven't. I hope the city sent them a bill for 104th.
Well, that's
They said, well, we never got an invoice. We don't pay a bill without an invoice.
Well, that's true. How did that happen?
Who knows?
Pete, I thought you were involved. Pete was involved with the 104th Avenue project.
Yes. Well, I can only take care of one screw up at a time with these kind of things, so.
Summers City street fight goes public. I don't understand.
No, I've just got a text from somebody who said it's not Hodunk, it's Podunk. Podunk.
Oh,
so
Podunk?
Podunk, Podunk.
Yeah, Podunk is another thing. Hodunk is something. We could type Podunk. You want the definition of that?
Google search Podunk.
I'm on Urban Dictionary already here.
All right.
A small, insignificant village or town.
Oh, geez. As Hodunk versus Podunk.
Right.
Hodunk versus Podunk.
But Podunk comes underneath here. A couple more definitions. Was made popular by the movie The French Connection, 1971. So,
Podunk or Hodunk?
Podunk. So it's a movie reference.
Okay, see?
Just played it and it's not.
Well, if you live in, I got to tell you, if you live in Podunk, chances are you can't find your ass with a bass fiddle. Isn't that a great saying?
We're going to hear from those people.
Isn't that a great
saying?
saying?
A lot of time on Podunk and Podunk here.
I just love that.
We never got to the bit either.
You're pretty lame if you can't find
no,
it.
not for Summers. No,
what did we? Yeah, we got something for Summers for those guys that
because
can't figure it out.
they don't know what's going on here.
Summers ball confused.
Just like between Podunk and Hodunk.
Yeah. How can you put a road in for 100? What was it? 100?
I don't even.
Well, the city never sent them an invoice.
Do we have to get down there and do that too? I mean, we got to.
I'll be honest with you. I'm just kind of ambivalent to it all. We said it at the time this was going to happen.
Ambivalent.
And they did it anyway. I don't care. You know what? We said it at the time.
Whole thing, you guys are using words I don't understand.
Belligerent.
Yeah, or belligerent too.
Belligerent.
And I'm not being facetious.
Oh, there we go.
It's actually the opposite of belligerent. We said at the time they didn't have the money for it. Don't do it till we got the money. Did it anyway, and now we're out the money. So what are you going to, I mean, at the end of the day, what are you going to do?
Well, I think
what are you going to do?
If Passetti would just send them an invoice, we'd get paid for heaven's sakes.
Put a stamp on the envelope so that they can pay it right away.
Oh, it may have been returned with not enough postage.
Well, that's
self-addressed stamped envelope to Summers.
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't that the alderman of the 17th that pushed that 104th Avenue through and says, don't worry about it, we'll figure it out
We'll figure it out later, yeah.
Well, here we go. We don't have the money.
Well, and of course, he'll file a complaint with somebody.
Do you want
against somebody or for whatever reason, who knows?
Well, here's somebody from Hodunk or Podunk. Good morning, you're on Kenosha Today.
I'm from North Podunk.
North Podunk, okay. Are you the mayor of North Podunk?
Podunk? Is it Podunk?
I'm not the mayor.
Or Hodunk?
I think I'm in Podunk.
Okay.
Now, I got to ask you a question, Paul. I got to ask you a question.
Sure.
Do you understand that? Can't find his ass with a bass fiddle. Do you understand that?
Yeah, and there's also what you couldn't find with both hands.
Well, that's true, too.
That's another version, too.
Hey, you gotta do me a favor. Now, I suppose I have your address in our file, but email the funeral home with your home address. Because I got a check for $100 for you.
Okay, fine.
Now you're still raising money for, what is it?
Baldrick's for
trimming
childhood cancer, yeah.
Trimming your toenails, or what is that for?
Yeah.
Hey, what'd you think about the real... The sad story that Stevie and I didn't win Cutest Couple.
I think I should do a in-depth research on that and file a complaint.
Well, we're gonna get some of those common sense Kenosha people to issue a recall and put us on the ballot again for cutest couple.
Yeah, we felt that we were jobbed. They didn't. Our message just didn't resonate with the younger voters.
Well, we were up against stiff competition: Alderman Bagdal and Alderman Bostrom.
Stiff is the operative word there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You're just adding fuel to the fire here, you know.
Hey, would you like to come over and share a 6-ounce fillet with Scott Barber tonight? 6-ounce fillet, Paul.
What's for supper then?
I'll break out the good china.
He really went nuts. He can put it on his meal can be served on a saucer, for heaven's sakes. 6-ounce fillet.
Maybe you can grab one of those candles from the studio and bring it with him.
Yeah,
and
he really
set the mood.
He really splurged tonight, honey. I got a 6-ounce fillet.
This green tea candle still has a lot
so
of
the
wax
caller
on,
that's
so you
on,
can take
just
that
wait.
with you.
We're going to finish this nonsense. We'll be with you shortly. Don't go away.
Hey, Paul, email the funeral home and give me your address. Otherwise, I'll look it up and I'll get that check. How much have you raised so far?
About $650.
Well, there you go. I told you I'll write you a check for $100.
Okay, thank you so much.
Oh, we lost our caller.
All right, Paul.
Okay, Paulie. Thanks.
Okay, bye now.
Bye. Oh, we missed our caller.
Well, that's all right.
Call
They can call back. Yeah.
Call back.
Some of the topics we've been talking about, obviously, Steve and I were aced out of the cutest couple, and then, of course, this investigation about these ethics complaints.
Now, what do you think about the casino thing?
I think
I'm going to tell you a story. Can I tell you a quick story about this?
Okay.
15 years ago, when they started playing with this casino idea, and they were going to put it at Dairyland, there was some discussion about what we should expect from the tribe, what would be a fair payment to the city. And I said, without even knowing what they were offering, and this was my instructions to the negotiating committee. I don't know how far it went, probably went nowhere. But I said, whatever they offer, tell them to double it. Whatever they offer and put on the table, tell them to double it. And I'm going to use this as a perfect example. Here they got all this millions of dollars in revenue that they're going to bring to the city and to the state and everything else. But, to sweeten the pot, Walker says no. And then they come back with $225 million to help build the new Milwaukee Bucks arena. What does that tell you? That tells you that whatever the original offer was too low. Here's an idea. Double it.
Well, now
double it. Another $225 million. It's like a bottomless pit.
How if you're Scott Walker and you're on the campaign trail, and I'm assuming he's going to run for president, how do you explain this when the question's asked, you took an $800 million project and threw that down the tubes, you gave away all these 5,000 jobs, you took all the taxes that they could have earned, and now you're going to take $220 million and keep it on the tax rolls for this goofy stadium.
Well, I don't understand. He's not going to reconsider. First of all, it's a done issue. It'll be over in 4 days because the 19th will come and go. He's not going to reconsider it. It's over. It's done. But he's already stumbling on the stump. He's already stumbling on the campaign path, on the campaign trail. He's in Great Britain, right? And one of the reporters in Great Britain asks him about.
Can he turn a 6-ounce steak?
No.
16 ounce?
Asked him about policy in regards to foreign policy.
Yeah.
Asked him a foreign policy question, and not only does he not answer, he doesn't give the wrong answer or the right answer. He just says, "I'm not prepared to answer that question at this point." You're in Great Britain. You're over there stumping anyways and doing whatever you're doing. You're asked a question about foreign policy. You darn well better be able to make a statement one way or another. I mean, that's like saying if you run for mayor locally, how do you feel about the downtown? Well, I'm not prepared to talk about that.
Yeah, right.
Well, what do you mean you're not prepared to talk about it? It's a campaign issue.
I think he's done. Toast.
Well, I don't think he's toast. I think he's going to probably have a good shot at winning 5 or 6 of the original primaries. He's going to win the caucus in Iowa, and then he's going to go to Ohio and New York, and I think he's going to win some of these primaries, which is going to propel him, to a higher level. And then the scrutiny will come. What about foreign policy? What about this? What about that? And of course, the mainstream media is already making an issue about his the fact that he doesn't have a college education. He went 3 years to Marquette, and in his senior year, dropped out because he was offered a job. Then he got married. Then he had kids. So he never graduated. Is that a make or break deal? No, I don't think so. No. Truman didn't have a college education. Lincoln never went to college. George Washington did.
We have only limited college education.
Listen, I've been kicked out of every major university in the Midwest. See? And look at I still got a radio show.
Let me read this one. Yeah, peeing on a mattress. What was that?
No, that's Once Upon a Mattress.
Oh, okay, whatever.
It's the musical version of Princess and the Pea.
Let me read this last. Oh, I thought that says I love you. Sure. Certainly.
Yeah, it's certainly not the way a 6-ounce fillet does. Honey, I love you. Here's a morsel of steak.
Yeah, well, what do you see what I get for dessert?
6 ounce. That's not even as big as what I bring home from Gerhardt's. where the hell did you get a 6 ounce? I don't even think they make them that small. Where'd you get it? Mail order?
No, Amazon.
Morsel steaks are us.
Meat.com. That was a little leftover from that roadkill we had on 47th Avenue last week, Pete.
Oh, that's where that went. Jeez.
Hey, speaking of Dairyland, were you looking for something to creatively play here, or you just
go ahead?
I saw you prop right up, and
he'll just jump right in.
Yes, yeah. So, what do we do with the Dairyland site? I mean, it's prime real estate's got a, they could. Well,
who owns it now? Is it
city owns it? I believe.
No, there's a private. It's a private owner in Georgia. I want to say somewhere in the south.
Yeah. Okay, but their option didn't they have to pay another $60,000 or something to keep this option going, and they paid it for 1 month.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to renew this. Then, and I think it reverts back to the city.
I'm not sure how that works. If somebody has the answer, we can call in. But yeah, it's a shame. Prime development out there, and like I said, it would floor me. I would be flabbergasted if Walker actually reconsiders. I just don't think he's gonna.
Well, I think,
and that's not saying that he shouldn't. I think he should, but and again, another $225 million to alleviate the taxpayers from building the new Bucks arena.
There is a rumor going around that Walker will be in Kenosha on Tuesday to announce a company moving from Zion to Kenosha. And well, I know it's not. Who cares, right? But the Menominee are saying, hey, while you're in town, we'd sure love to meet with you on Tuesday.
That ain't going to happen.
Probably not. Probably not. But they also sent him a letter from the city of Zion saying, hey, Hard Rock, what we got some land over here that we can look into. So,
do you think that this was a part of the Menominees? It was, okay, well, you kicked us to the curb, and we're just going to, make this pie in the sky offer of $220 million, or do you think they really had it?
Well, of course they really have it. But again, if just to sweeten the pot, they can come up with $225 million, here's an idea. We'll accept the $225 million, but for another $200 million, maybe I'll reconsider.
It's already like $1.5 billion in total they're paying to the,
but
to the state.
It's like it doesn't even matter to them. What kind of money are we talking about? It's got to be a bottomless pit, just like that, to sweeten the ante, not just $1 million, $5 million, $225 million to sweeten the pot.
Yeah. Well,
if they've got that
they must
much,
believe in it.
What's going to stop the state of Wisconsin or the governor from saying, you know what, make it $425 and we'll talk? What the hell's the difference? You may as well go for it. That's certainly what I would do.
Well, if the governor's going to be here Tuesday, I'm shocked because we didn't get an invitation to that. Did you, Pete?
And I won't get if he is coming. I won't hear anything official till Monday.
Well, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but I've been notified that he'll be here on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, where's this going to be?
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
In a red panel truck in the boathouse parking lot.
I've already told you too much. If I tell you anymore,
what will also be interesting, at least for me as reporting it, is media availability if he does come here.
Well, Brian Williams issued a press release saying that he would be here covering the pending announcement of Walker approving the casino.
Well, if you see,
but that's from Brian Williams.
If you see the governor, tell him he can come over to Uncle Scotty's Barter Manor and have leftover steak. There'll be leftovers, plenty.
What, you got like an ounce left down there, or what?
Well, yeah, I'll tell you what, he's a big spender.
Yeah, we got some gristle left for you, Governor.
That's about all we're going to give him.
And I got to tell you, an 8-ounce lobster, do they grow lobsters that small?
Oh, yeah. Boathouse can get them up to 24 ounce. I mean,
well, yeah, but you just got an 8-ounce.
Yeah, well,
that's about the size of your middle finger. This middle finger right here. And maybe it's the size of both of them.
Well, Ronnie, you got a little extra work to do, don't you, now?
A little editing going on here. So
yeah,
that's what
for
I love
a change,
about
I don't have
Valentine's,
to cut it.
the love. Hey,
You know, honey, come over to my house. I've got an 8-ounce fillet. Oh, no, I've got an 8-ounce lobster and a 6-ounce fillet. And we're going to split it.
Wow, wow, wow.
Because I love you so much.
Oh, dude.
Bow, chicka, bow, wow.
Come on, guys. It's
And
Valentine's Day.
what's for dessert? A Snickers bar?
No, I got
Yeah, the mini
And I got you
size.
some chocolates. A little snack version, a Halloween version of Snickers. Here, honey.
I've got these 90-calorie brownies.
Oh, Scott, I love you so much. you treat me so well.
Just trying to show a gal a good time.
Yeah, exactly. And when you're done with the meal, go do the dishes in the kitchen, would you, for me?
Well, I thought that's pretty much understood. Ron, when you get done, don't you guys have your wife do the dishes?
No, I clean up the kitchen after every meal almost.
Well, it's probably a 3-hour job.
In fact, I've got the dishwasher. What I'll have to do when I go home today at noon, because I am going home, because I'm going to put on my electric socks that I bought at Gander Mountain. I got to tell you, I check out of the
socks?
Well, I check out of the hospital, and Ron, I think you may be right. I've lost a few pounds, and I don't know what they do to you in the hospital. I can't get my feet warm since I've checked out of the hospital. My feet right now, if you touch my feet, don't touch my feet. They're freezing. They're like ice cubes. I actually went to Gander Mountain a week ago, and I bought electric socks, battery-operated socks.
I just got a text from the woman that's coming over, this delightful woman that's coming over.
Well, I hope she doesn't eat all day long. Because, boy, she's got a feast waiting for her.
She says,
don't eat any lunch, honey. You're going to fill up tonight.
she says, there's small fillets so we can eat quickly and get to the good stuff.
The Snickers bar?
Oh, Jesus.
Wow, big spender.
Yeah.
Big spender.
Yeah, don't
8-ounce fillet.
Yeah, you don't want to eat any lunch today.
Listen, if you dip that lobster in melted butter, you'll lose it. You'll lose it. Where'd my lobster go? It's swimming around in the butter. You lost it.
If any of our listeners have some tips for me.
I got some tips for you. Listen, whoever you are, honey, you better not eat lunch because, boy, you're prepared. You get ready for a feast tonight. 6-ounce fillet. Woo-hoo!
I'm using the good china.
And the good china?
I've got this.
It's going to take longer to set the table and eat the meal.
You mean you're bringing out the chinette? The chinette? Did you say chinette?
China. I got this.
I thought chinette, those plastic.
That's it. Yeah, the Chinette.
paper.
Yeah, the plastic. We'll be back in 4 minutes.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Keep us in mind, 262-694-1050. Scotty Barter, and welcome to the all-new Kenosha Today Weekly Report, coming to you live from Studio A here at WLIP AM 1050 on your radio dial. Being brought to you by the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, Casey Family Options, and a host of many other very fine local businesses. In our Kenosha Today Trolley Barn this morning, spreading the love as only he can do, Cupid's go-to guy, the big dog, little Stevie Casey.
You know, I got to tell you, I kind of feel sorry for your sweetheart tonight because you're really splurging with the 6-ounce fillet and the 8-ounce lobster. Now, I wanted to contribute a little something to your dessert. So I've got a Milky Way bar here that I just bought in the vending machine. You can split that, you and your honey. And then when she's done at Barter Manor, send her over to Gerhardt's for a real meal, for heaven's sakes.
Well, you know, I might...
Milky Way. There you go. You can have it.
Oh, thank you. Hey, I'm not doing real good here with you guys. I got a text from her. Thinks you guys are a bunch of morons.
Well, we are. What the hell's she's brighter than you give her credit for.
Well, anyway, this is written in our home office on the deck of the Boathouse Pub and Eatery. This morning's top 10 category. This probably goes with this. The top 10 signs no one wants to be your Valentine. Number 10. You're from Summers and don't know how you're going to pay for her services. Number 9. You call a phone sex line and 3 in the morning end up talking to Jake from State Farm. Number 8. You get a heart-shaped box full of leftover meatloaf from little Stevie Casey. I might want to tap into some of that later.
Yeah.
You're going to be hungry. So.
You're gonna need a sandwich about 10:30 tonight.
Number 7. Brian Williams declares your love life a disaster. Number 6. Bruce Jenner asks you for tips on celibacy.
Yeah, what about that?
Yeah. Number 5. The babes just don't seem to dig your new trolley driver uniform. Number 4. Your last online dating site was emornsmingle.com. Number 3. The last time you bought a dozen roses, she filed an ethics complaint. Number 2. She insists on a conjugal visit for your first date. Then I know I'm in the big time, right? And the number one sign no one wants to be your Valentine, you claim Governor Scott Walker is your best friend.
There you go.
We're taking your calls, 262-694-1050. We're talking about Valentine's. If you
Talking
have
about
any
Valentine's Day, where you're going to go, what you're going to do, how big of the steak you're going to give your honey tonight.
I'm looking for suggestions and help. I didn't need any help until I got here this morning, but I thought things were running pretty smoothly. But
This is a 3-ounce Milky Way bar. It's about the size of the fillet that he's giving.
When you're sharing one.
Holy cow. You know what? When you're done eating your morsels of Valentine's dinner, come over to Gerhardt's and get a real steak.
Let's take a call. Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
Scott Barter, my good old friend, cheapskate.
Who's this?
Carl.
Carl, be careful now.
Hello, Carl. How are you?
All right, what's up?
Actually, I want to be serious for a couple minutes. I would like to talk to my... How you doing, Ron, in the background? I'd like to talk to my friend Steve Casey about a couple of things.
Uh-oh, Here we go.
No, seriously.
Okay.
Steve, how much weight have you lost the hard way?
I was at 313 pounds, and now I'm at 285.
Good for you.
So, we'll see. Hopefully, I'm going to keep it off. I'm not enjoying any adult beverages anymore.
Well, I gave that up, too, about 2.5 years ago because I basically stopped hanging around Scott.
Well, there you go.
That made
there
a
you
big
go.
difference.
Well, although tonight's Valentine's Day, so I may have a Manhattan at Gerhardt's. We'll have to see. Carl,
I know,
we don't know.
I'm going all out. I don't know about these guys.
What do you got, a case of miniatures, Scott?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a 6-pack of the Shorty Budweisers.
Yeah.
Here, honey, happy Valentine's Day.
I thought everybody buys wine in a box, don't you? I got a 12-ounce box of wine.
You know what he's got for dessert, don't you?
Me.
A couple of Twinkies.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
But I lost quite a bit of weight too, 90-some pounds, and I noticed being cold a lot now. I keep telling my wife, I got to get a little chubbier, and she says no.
Now, you lost 97 pounds?
93, 95, something like that.
Now, how did you do that? Did you have any surgery for that or no?
No, I gave up drinking beer.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, how big?
A lot of white junk.
Well, Carl, how big were you?
A little bit bigger than you.
Well, so you were at like 350 or so.
Yep.
And you lost almost 100 pounds? God bless you.
Yeah,
Wow.
but I got a doctor, and it still ain't good enough for him. I said, dude, he says, yeah, I know you're never going to be a small guy because you're big boned.
Right.
But let's go for 250. I was like, I think I'm down to about 270 something.
Yeah. I'm right now, as of this morning, my wife went out and bought a brand new digital scale that works. You know, those old ones, you can't get an accurate
Nothing
reading.
says I love you more than its digital scale for Valentine's Day.
I'm at I don't think I've been.
Scott.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, nothing says I love you like a 6-ounce fillet.
Yeah. And then she still probably gets a doggy bag.
Well, yeah, I told him, I said, well, when you're done eating your snack over at Barter Manor, come over to Gerhardt's. I'll buy you a real steak.
Hey, speaking of weight loss, Steve said he went about, 3-4 weeks and 4 weeks without a drink. And they asked me when the last time I went 4 weeks.
Second grade.
I was, was it?
What's that when you were an altar boy, Scott?
I said he was 13.
I had my tonsils out.
Now, did you back to the weight loss thing, because I'm taking this seriously. Did you exercise? Do you exercise at all or no?
Remember, I do wood floors. I get all the exercise I need, dude.
Well, that's true. I didn't realize you lost that kind of weight. Did you? Were you that big when you did our floors 16 years ago?
Yes. Well, no, not that big.
Yeah, you remember doing our floors, right? Yeah.
We talked about it when you had that.
Yeah, you know what, Carl? And I got to have you back because my wife, I think, wants the front hall and the dining room done again.
Right. You said that when you did that school book, the supply thing for the kids.
Wow, 97 pounds. That's almost 100 pounds. That's my wife only weighs 105 pounds. You lost my wife.
I've seen your wife. She's not a very big woman.
No, she's 105 pounds.
She probably can eat a 7-ounce fillet.
Well, no.
Oh,
yeah,
exactly.
She'd eat the lobster tail. You know, the 8-ounce lobster tail. I don't think they make them that small.
No, that's called what, minnow?
It's called a lot of people call it a goldfish.
Yeah.
Hey, Carl, as long as I got you, you're from the Hodunk town of Summers. What's going on?
I want to speak about that with Scott or Steve, too, about something.
Well, what's wrong with me?
Well, because you don't have no experience in the funeral home business.
Funeral home business, okay.
I'm going to ask you about Summers.
I know what you're going to talk about,
Yes,
Oakwood Cemetery. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do we want to talk about that?
Yeah, we can talk about
go
that.
ahead,
Sure. From what I understand, what happened is Summers usually would snowplow the cemetery, on an as-needed basis. Now, you remember that funeral that the funeral home had was on Monday, the day of the big snowstorm. Greg Hoppy is the fellow who digs the graves at a lot of all the county cemeteries. Of course, he got there to dig the grave for that funeral in the morning, but the town of Summers hadn't gotten to snowplowing the cemetery yet. So Greg Hoppy, of course, has got a plow on the front of his truck. He plows out the road, and there's just one road in and one road out at Oakwood Cemetery.
It's like a U-shape.
That's exactly. It goes around the perimeter of the cemetery, nothing real fancy. So he plowed it. Well, of course, then he bills the funeral home, and the funeral home passes it on to the family, who happened to be Jim Smith, a former town chairman.
Well, that's what I brought up, too, at the town board meeting. I don't care if it was Joe Blow or whoever. That's beside the point, but, politicians don't look for freebies or whatever, but go ahead.
And you brought up, I read your name in the paper, you were at the meeting, but Summers should have plowed the cemetery. They didn't get to it. What are you going to do if the grave digger gets there and he can't get in, or the burial vault company?
Right.
The burial vault company, when we order a burial vault, they deliver it to the cemetery and they put it in the open hole, which is the grave.
Right.
So if the roads are not plowed, the vault company can't get there, and what's more, the funeral home can't get in.
Right.
You're not gonna drive in with a hearse, into a cemetery that's not plowed. So Greg Hoppy did the right thing. The town of Summers, in my estimation, should pay back Jim Smith.
Definitely.
So that's just the way it goes, because we deal with these county cemeteries all the time.
To go with that, Carl, here's the town of Summers spending $2.5 million on a sewer project and have no idea how they're going to pay for it.
Well, we could spend all day because I go there, and I know we got a new Kenosha news guy, and I don't know if when I saw the article in the paper, I just brought up that I was on the Summers Fire Department for 25 years, and I said the city of Kenosha and everybody else it's called pre-planning. I says, we pre-plan for fires, disasters, and stuff. I says, this has been going on for how many years? It's not the first time it snowed in the wintertime and there was a funeral.
Well, and of course the city tried
done years ago.
The city tried to put it off on the funeral home. Should have contacted them, prior to that. And I'm not sure whether they did or not. But it was just one of those things. It was a snafu, big deal. Why should Jim Smith?
No, not
why
at
should
all.
the family be responsible for paying? Somebody didn't do their job, Carl.
Oh,
hey, Carl,
that's not the first time.
Carl, we got to get moving. But I got one question for you.
Yes.
What are you and your wife doing for Valentine's Day? You want to come over to Barter Manor? I got plenty.
I just gave him a whole Snickers bar.
Hey, now, just keep me on for one more minute, though.
Okay.
I want to talk to you about a friend of ours that needs to lose some weight. And he happens to be listening because he's busy cleaning out a house right now, and you both know him, Woody.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Woody needs to lose some weight, pal. Amy, you're listening too, probably, his wife. I told him, we went out we went out to have lunch because I had to go get my vehicle. I said, you give me a ride to Racine, I'll buy you lunch. So I put on more weight for him. But I had a salad, and Woody had like a 3-foot sub.
Yeah, so you don't drink at all anymore, Carl?
Nope.
Good for you. Good for you.
Well.
No. And you're still as pleasant as you ever were.
Yes, I am. And going back to I told Ron Himes, and I told him it was a great gesture and stuff, but put that money back in your pocket because the town of Summers should eat this bill.
Yeah, well, and it's a $200 thing to plow the cemetery. Just pay the damn bill.
But now let's get back onto 104th Avenue.
Make this quick. That's in Pleasant. Oh, that is Summers. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because the city of Summers were supposed to flip the bill and pay half and half.
Yeah.
And like I got on this argument with you before, I think the city should just take the damn road and take the people out of it because they're going to get them down the road anyhow.
Exactly. We should take 27th Street.
But now you got to tear it up and make it to city standards. You got to put curb and gutter in.
Listen, it's Valentine's Day. It's one crisis at a time for me.
Okay.
So, Carl, we got to run.
Hey, Carl, thanks for the call. I appreciate your support and congratulations. Yeah. I knew you had lost weight, but I didn't think it was close to 100 pounds.
Yeah, and we need a good Armenian mayor down at City Hall.
Oh, yeah. It's too bad you got to go, Carl.
Coming back.
Okay. Too bad you got to go. I got to read a couple sponsors.
As of March 1st, I think they're delivering it at the end of the month. I'll have plenty of Girl Scout cookies.
So then I'll have some left to share with some of my friends that come over, right?
That's exactly right. I've got another sponsor.
Okay,
Can I read that?
Yes, this was our promo of the week.
This was our exactly. I've got a brand new business that kind of was created out of former Alderman Mathewson delivering that anonymous package to Bob Johnson's employer. Anonymous package delivery now operating in Kenosha County. They will deliver any package to anyone completely anonymously. Avoid embarrassing newspaper articles, irritating court appearances, and, of course, any risk of a restraining order. Why embarrass your friends, family, and neighbors? Hide your pettiness, your anger, your insecurities, your vindictiveness. Let anonymous package delivery do your dirty work for you. Why run the risk of ruining any chance for future political office? Why tarnish what little goodwill you have left? By contacting Anonymous Package Delivery, you can continue to operate in childish ways without ruining your reputation. That's Anonymous Package Delivery. They'll be the jerk, so you don't have to be.
One big damn conspiracy.
Hey,
I love doing
we
that.
were talking.
You know what? We got another one coming online next week, too.
Who's that?
Glue Be Gone.
Hey, since you guys have been so helpful, and not necessarily Pete, because he's washed his hands of this whole deal, but you guys being worldly married men of the world, you think there's any chance that this gal could cancel out on me tonight?
Oh boy, I got to tell you,
count on it.
If she thinks I'm serious about having dinner at Gerhard's, I clue you, you're alone tonight.
I better read another sponsor.
The left.
Yes, you know what? You guys are giving me a complex. This is what's going to happen over at Barter Manor tonight. You got it, Pete?
Well, Mike, it was the Diane Cub band's last.
Oh, that's
request.
nice.
So here it
Which
is.
one did you want then?
Do they still play the blues?
It doesn't. Yeah, give it to me. You might as well just say
sad. We're double.
You know, we always fall apart in the second hour.
Well, no, we don't.
I need cue cards is what we need. Something, I don't know.
Did you hear what I said?
No, I have no idea what you said. Oh, that one.
This is how it's going to be at Barter Manor tonight if you guys keep up this nonsense.
I'm just a lonely boy.
Now I got
a question for you.
See, this was worth the wait. Too.
I got to try to recover.
When you go to the grocery store, how do you exactly ask for the smallest steak in the counter? You know, do you have question? Yes. No, not. Could you point me to where the smallest steaks are?
I think they're pre-wrapped. Are you supposed to talk to the butcher?
You don't buy your meat fresh?
Well, it's got an expiration date on it, but I thought 2000. I thought June.
You thought 2009 was a good year?
Yeah, isn't it?
Where the hell did you buy these steaks?
Well, I don't want to embarrass the grocery store.
Well, I certainly wouldn't.
I got to read another.
You got to go to, and I'm hoping to bring them on as sponsors as well. Formerly L&M Meats.
Oh,
now
yeah,
Hometown Meats.
Okay.
Hometown Meats.
Chris.
Hey, here's
Chris is a great guy. Runs the place. Hopefully, he'll come on as a sponsor.
Here's a great sponsor, KRS. We could do a cooking show.
We get a phone call.
God, I hope to see my friend. Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
No, but I'll talk food all day with you guys. Hi, guys. It's Scott Gordon. How are you?
Okay.
Hey, Scott. How are you?
Steve, how are you? How are you feeling, my friend?
I'm feeling Scott, I appreciate all the text and that. You were concerned about my... I lost some weight. You'll have to stop in and have coffee. I haven't seen you for a while, Scott.
Yeah, we have. I'm glad you're back, though. It's good to hear your pipes out there on the radio and saying
absolutely.
all the good about the city. Hey, the reason I called, guys, is I have got some very exciting news about the Kenosha Dream Playground project. And as you both know, this is a project that is very near and dear to my heart. And I volunteer probably 20, 30 hours a week on this project. But one of the most exciting things to date is the first pieces of accessible play equipment are being delivered Monday to the city warehouse, and they will come in on Monday, and it's just many deliveries. There's many pieces of equipment have been ordered, and the first ones are arriving Monday. And it just shows after 2 years and plus 5 months now that these donations that the community has given are going to be able to actually see some stuff from it. It's just a major milestone on that. We are at the year of the build. I mean, in September, this project is going to be built by hundreds of volunteers, and starting even today, people can go sign up to build for this thing at the KAC website, which is www.thekac.com/playground, and you'll get right to the volunteer interest form. You don't have to tell them what you want to do. You don't have to tell them what days or times you want to do. Just get into the database that you want to sign up for this thing. So that is happening. We have a spaghetti dinner on Thursday, March 5th, over at the KAC.
I hope the meatballs are bigger than marbles.
Well,
is Scott Barter helping with the meatballs? If Scott Barter's helping with the meatballs, they're going to be the size of marbles.
I don't know if they're going to be 6-ounce meatballs. I don't even know if we're going to have meatballs. But here's the kicker: the tickets are $1 in advance.
$1?
$1.
Where's this at?
Absolutely. If you buy them in advance, absolutely, up until the Friday before the event, they're $1, and they're for sale right now at the KAC. I always have 50 in my pocket, so anybody Tammy has in her pocket.
And where's the dinner at again? Say it again.
It's at the Kenosha Achievement Center, right off of Sheridan Road. There, it's actually at their building. All proceeds go there. Now, granted, $1 will get you your food, but there will be other opportunities to spend some money there. There'll be some nice items that you can bid on. There's opportunities to buy bricks, to buy tickets. That campaign is ongoing. We're also opening night at the Kingfish is Dream Playground Night on May 26th. And the Kingfish have been a major supporter this year. They're going to have the Dream Playground have a tent there every home game signing up volunteers. It's such a mammoth undertaking to get these volunteers, and our volunteers are out there every day doing this. So, I mean, we talk about all kinds of stuff in this city, some real petty stuff, but this is a major undertaking for the common good of the city, and I'm so excited to be part of it. I know you guys have been good supporters of us, and I just want to get that word out to you.
You know, Scott, for $1, I think I can get myself a date, and we'll go make a night out of it if she'll go Dutch.
Well, I know it's a tough number. I know it's a lot of money. $1 for spaghetti
That's
dinner.
$1 with 6 ounce meat. 6 ounce meat.
I got to remind you of this. If you come at the door with your $1 on March 5th, you're going to get turned away because it's $5 at the door.
Ooh.
So you got to buy them in advance.
Yeah,
get the $1 price.
The $1 for your spaghetti dinner is probably what he paid for the steaks that he's eating tonight.
Yeah, I heard you got this huge steak going today.
Yeah, huge 6 ounce. 6 ounce.
It's my way of saying I love you. It's this great Valentine's Day buffet.
But it is a good thing, and I just, I appreciate you guys allowing myself or Tammy to call in on a weekly basis and updating. So much is going to be happening here moving forward. We've got some significant donations that are going to be announced here very shortly. We're just finalizing some stuff, but we do need more. We're closing in on that $1 million goal, but we do need more. So if anybody out there, if you have a connection to a corporate entity that's looking to donate to a very worthy charity, you can contact Tammy Conforti or myself through Facebook or through email, and we'll be gladly willing to sit down and talk. We actually talked to the Pleasant Prairie Women's Club last week, and just no group is too small or too big to hear the vision of the Dream Playground.
All right, great. Thanks for the call. And
keep up the good work, Mr. Gordon.
Hey, guys, have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
I got a couple more sponsors. He's still a moron.
Not that he is. He's still. Of course I know that. Who has more of Camosa Construction? His son is now coming back into the business. Is it his son or his daughter? So another generation, which is kind of exciting. Great
Talking
family.
about a variety of topics.
Great family and great family
I've got
business.
30 minutes left to help bail what I can salvage out of Valentine's Day. If somebody can help me. I might be too far gone.
Well, don't tell me you know. Did you get a Valentine's card, or you just put a little Post-it note? Happy Valentine's Day, honey, and put it on her chinette. Put it on her chinette plate.
When did you see that? Yeah, I'm gonna put it on her china plate. Hey, big doings. We're going to take a break. Downtown Kenosha is having their snow days this weekend.
Yeah, that's kind of exciting. That's been all over the Milwaukee news channels as well.
So I hope that along 6th Avenue, because there was that issue of the snow removal, and there was an article in the Voice of the People, and
a good merit. This is what I told you about.
But let me tell you something. The downtown merchants have never shied away from their responsibility of shoveling the snow. They just don't know where to put it. Like in your case, you said it in your front of your place. You got a plow and you can move the snow, right?
Right.
And in this Voice of the People, yes. But in downtown 6th Avenue, with 6th Avenue being 40 feet, and the snow mounds up, and you've got 12 feet in front of the building to the curb, their question is not that they're not going to shovel it, but where do they put it?
Well, they're going to have to right in front of Sassy Bees. I mean, Paul Campagna apparently hired somebody to haul away all that snow. His parkway is clear out to the curb line.
Okay, but they're not hauling anybody else's away. My question is that the city's responsibility to haul that away? It's the city snow plowed street that.
Well, that's a tweener. The fellow who owns Crown Trophy on Roosevelt Road brought up a good point. He's got 100 feet worth of.
But he's got some place to put it.
But when you locate in the downtown, you know that going in. You know that you don't have any grass. You know that you don't have any this and that. You know, it's a part of doing business. Now I support. Nobody can question my support of downtown businesses. But I'm a business owner, and if the city's going to come and haul away snow from businesses in downtown, well, then get over to 75th Street and move away some of my snow.
You're missing my point.
No, you don't have a point.
Kind of makes my...
Why, you're looking at me to break up the argument?
Yeah, I was going to say, what the hell?
Kind of makes my Valentine's evening.
You know what? If I didn't know better, you couldn't find your ass with a bass fiddle.
Let's take our last break, and we'll come back with some sports. That'll be a riveting conversation.
Well, that's exciting.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. The human drama of athletic competition.
I just warned him, too.
What the hell? What the hell are you doing? He's pointing at you. It's time to talk.
Well, it was the human drama and the agony and defeat. And I was just thinking that sounds like my Valentine's evening planned over at Barter Manor.
I got some instructions for you to cook that steak if you're cooking it on the grill.
It's thawing.
Heat up the grill. Put it on the grill for 40 seconds. Flip and eat.
Yes, he's still a moron, America.
Well, if you just arrived on the trolley, this is the Kenosha Today Weekly Report coming to you live here on WLIP AM 1050, brought to you by the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, Casey Family Options, and a host of many other fine local businesses. I'm Uncle Scotty Barter, along with the big dog, little Stevie Casey, and video coordinator, Captain Ronnie Muttersbach, and the ever-lovable Pistol Pete Surgeon, who I take all my cues from. Yeah. I was concentrating. See, when I get locked in...
That's my problem when you want a song and I don't know it. I'm so locked into the show.
I just don't even know where you buy a 6-ounce fillet.
Cook it on that candle you're going to...
I said it during the break. If you I would eat that in about 65 seconds. Yep. Like I'd be embarrassed.
Here's some help for me, I think. Good morning, you're on Kenosha Today.
Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day to my favorite radio show.
Who's this?
This is Woody.
Oh, Woody. I got your text. I was going to read this.
You know what? Carl said you need to lose some weight.
Oh, Carl's always picking on me because I'm an extra large petite.
Extra large.
Speaking about petite, that's my meal for tonight.
Woody, how much do you weigh?
All honesty, I weighed this morning. I was 275.
Oh, that's nothing for heaven's
Forget
sakes.
honesty.
I was 275 in 6th grade.
Yeah, but you're 6'6". I'm 5'6".
Well, that's true. That's true.
So that's the only problem is but no, I want to wish you guys happy Valentine's Day and thanks for all you do and
what the hell do we do?
I'm in deep trouble this morning here.
You guys do a lot.
Where are you going? Where are you taking your lovely bride for Valentine's dinner?
I think we were talking dinner and a movie tonight.
Oh, in a movie.
Did you see Did you see Sniper yet? American Sniper?
No, I haven't. Maybe we'll go see that.
It's a pretty intense movie. My wife, we saw it last Saturday. Woody, my wife did not like it because it was so graphic. She closed her eyes. A lot of graphic scenes.
Where are you going for dinner?
I haven't we haven't figured that out yet.
Well, if
Whatever she tells me.
You're not gonna get it anywhere anytime soon because Valentine's Day, big night for restaurants.
Yeah. And over Barter Manor, we're having the big Valentine's buffet, all you can eat.
Oh, I may have to stop out and see Scott then.
Yeah.
All early for
you better bring a tuna fish sandwich.
You'll see Scott at the grocery store this afternoon buying more steak.
Yeah, Woody, where the hell do you even buy a 6-ounce fillet?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. And an 8-ounce lobster tail. It's like a goldfish.
I didn't know they did. Isn't that a Big Mac? What's a 6-ounce fillet?
Well, that's about the meat on a Big Mac. Yeah,
this is why I'm only about 188 and you guys are 288.
No, I'm 285.
Oh, excuse me. I'm rounding off.
I think they're, how does that work? Because, like, me, you, and Carl all quit drinking. Because I did lose some weight since I quit drinking.
Well, see, there's something you haven't heard me say.
Well, those are hollow calories. Every time you have a beer, that's 100 calories, or even a mixed drink. And the mixed drinks that you make at home are usually 3 or 4 shots in a tumbler. You know how that goes.
Scott, you could have a 12-ounce steak if you gave up drinking. You would save that many calories.
Ooh.
Think about it.
That's true. That's a good point.
Woody, the only thing he doesn't skimp on, he certainly doesn't skimp on what he drinks at the boathouse.
No, I've been to the boathouse with him. I've had the privilege of going over there. And,
Long Island iced teas, but of course, honey, we're going to make this dinner special. I'm going to buy a 6-ounce filet.
I didn't know anybody could drink like that at the boathouse.
Just trying to show a girl a good time. Come on, give me a break.
Exactly.
Hey, while I'm on, if you don't mind, I want to invite you guys down on the 28th. We're at the American Legion Post downtown next to Frank's Diner. We're going to have our second annual Veterans Chili Cook-Off.
Oh, that's right. I heard about that.
How much is that?
It's $5 donation to get in.
A piece?
We're going to have lots of raffles. We're going to have a tattoo contest this year. We're going to try.
No, I don't. I got to tell you, if you show up and it's your birthday, do you get in for a discounted rate? Because the 28th is my birthday.
Well, if you come down on the 28th, I'll get you in there. Tell them you know the commander, and I'll get you in.
And you got, and no doubt it's a 6-ounce bowl of chili, isn't it?
It's a 6-ounce bowl of chili, all you can eat.
You guys, you married guys, make it tough for single guys like me to exist in this world. Probably explains why I have been single for.
Now you've been out. Now you got a motorcycle, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. When are you and I going to take a drive?
As soon as you're ready.
Yeah.
As soon as you're ready. My brother said he'll even go with us. We'll all go out. We'll take a ride.
Well, that'd be all right. I'm looking at a new bike this spring.
Really?
Yeah, I got that Honda Shadow. Which it's
that's a nice bike.
That's a nice looking bike. But I was at the Kawasaki dealer on Sheridan Road. I'm not a Harley guy yet. I can't afford that yet. But I'm looking at a 2009 Triumph Rocket.
A Triumph Rocket. That's that's a real nice bike.
2,300 cc's. Huge bike.
2,300.
Yeah. My Shadow's 1,100. This is twice the engine size. I'm thinking about I'm thinking about it. We'll have to see.
You're
what
a
happens.
Shadow?
Hey, you know what?
You have a Shadow?
I have a Shadow.
Hey, there's my brother and I are planning a ride around June. It's just a overnighter up to the high ground.
Well, you let me know.
Yeah, it's a Indian Veterans Memorial up past Black River Falls.
Well, maybe my wife and I'll join you. Let me know, Woody.
I definitely will.
I'll see if I can get a bike too and join you. But
exactly.
If not, we'll get a sidecar for you, Scott.
Based on his track record, it'll be a moped.
All right, Woody, I got to run. Email me this information.
All right, take care.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
Hey, it's downtown crazy days of ice carving. Mike Bjorn here.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
Good. I was just out 10 minutes ago checking how the ice carvings were doing, and unfortunately they haven't been unveiled yet. They're still surrounded by cardboard, and they haven't been put in front of the different stores. Unfortunately, because of the snowbanks being a little bit high, it's a little hard to see the ice carvings in front of the stores, but the thought is there.
Well, put them all in front of Sassy Bees. That's clear as day there.
Sassy Bees, unfortunately, last year, one of their patrons who evidently had too much 7-Up went outside, kicked the carving fell over and shattered into a million pieces. Now, sometimes people blame things on younger kids. Can you imagine an adult going out and kicking over an ice carving that had only been out there for hours?
No, I can't. Now, listen, Mike, I got a bigger question for you.
Go ahead.
How are you and Judy spending Valentine's Day?
There's a whole bunch of things we want to do. For instance, the Old Mater's Men's Shop, they have a concert going over there at 8 o'clock. We want to try to also get to the roadie and at least catch part of the burlesque thing they're doing. And then we have some friends on Roosevelt Road that are having a nice party, and then we'll wind up there. So it's going to be a busy thing.
Yeah.
About a month ago or so, when I found out they were going to do this restaurant thing, I politely said maybe it was your show, maybe another one, that, I hope that they will think about doing restaurant days maybe in June, July, or August when people really like to walk around.
That's not a bad idea.
Well, frankly, the restaurant people need all the help they can get during the summertime because everybody's at a church festival. Now, what I'm leading to is that when it's Valentine's Day in a climate like ours, what else is there to do except go out to a restaurant? And,
I
guess what I'm saying is that the restaurant owners didn't need to be giving away the farm today, shall we say. They would have been busy anyhow. But I would like to see something like this restaurant thing continue, but in June, July, or August.
See, Mike, now taking my philosophy for Valentine's Day, staying in and cooking a feast kind of has merit.
And Mike, less is better.
Well,
he's cooking a famine today, not a feast.
I noticed there was an ad in the Milwaukee paper today for a sirloin or whatever, and a 5-ounce lobster tail. And I thought, how small can lobster tails go?
Well, Mike, sir, you got to go. Nice talking to you.
Yeah, I don't even know where the hell you buy an 8-ounce lobster tail.
But I know this nice young lady that Scott is taking care of tonight for Valentine's.
I'm over the top.
I think she deserves at least 16 ounces. I really do.
Well, then she'll have to join the Casey's at House of Gerhardt's.
Okay, but anyhow, tell people to come downtown. But of course, dress extremely warm. It is bitter down here.
I'm gonna put on my electric socks from Gander Mountain, and I'm gonna come down and check out the ice sculptures. I'll probably stop and say hello to you.
And Stephen, welcome back to the world and everything. And God bless the people that work in the hospitals to save guys like you and
amen.
I.
Yep.
But if I don't get back there soon, it's just fine with me as well.
Yeah, you got that right. Yeah.
Okay, have fun. Stay warm.
Yep, great.
You know, you were talking about I was going to talk about sports, but you mentioned that you got these battery socks.
I'm wearing 2 socks right now.
What's the matter?
My feet are freezing. I mean, Carl said the same thing. You lose weight and you get cold. I made it last night for the first time. I sit in my chair. I've got a beautiful oversized lazy boy chair. My mother-in-law made me a huge Santa Claus quilt. I wrap my legs in it. I cover myself up. And at one point, my hands were so cold, I had gloves on. Well, last night, my wife made, what did she make? She made asparagus-wrapped chicken, or chicken stuffed with asparagus. So I had a little bit of that. And I was sitting in my chair, and I decided, what the hell, I'm going to make a fire. Because I just ordered a face cord of wood, put in our new garage, and I had my sons bring in, I'm not supposed to lift anything yet. So I brought in firewood, and I made a huge fire. First time I was ever warm in my living room since I got out of the hospital. I had this fire going, I was toasty warm, it was great. I'm cold out, my feet right now are freezing.
I don't understand. I lost 50 pounds some years ago, and my feet weren't cold.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody said that it may have something, and if there's a nurse out there, call in. I had I had a port in my neck with 6 different IVs going in there, and they were feeding me because I wasn't able to eat for 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks. But they said that the fluids that they inject, are room temperature, so it's naturally warming. So when that stops, somebody suggested that maybe that's why, because you had these IVs going in and they were warm, and I don't know.
Well,
Scott has that at the boathouse.
Yeah.
They just hook it up to his veins now. They don't even bother to drink it.
Take his
I got to tell you,
your wealth of information.
I had